Hello everyone, this is Maxwell Kali here today, and we read one of my favorite poets, Stephen Crane, and he's famous for the Red Badge Courage, and I recently got this in the mail, so I'm really excited to read this. And his first book of poetry was called The Black Riders and Other Lines, and I'm going to read it in segments and hopefully read the whole book to you eventually on YouTube. So here we go. Number 1. Black riders came from the sea. There was clang and clang of spear and shield, and clash of hoof and heel, wild shouts in the wave of hair, in the rush upon the wind, thus the ride of sun. Number 2. 3 little birds in a row sat musing. A man passed near that place. Then did the little birds nudge each other. They said, "He thinks he can sing." They threw back their heads to laugh with quaint countenances. They regarded him. They were very curious, those 3 little birds in a row. Number 3. In the desert, I saw a creature, naked, bestial, who, squatting upon the ground, held his heart in his hands and ate of it. I said, "Is it good, friend?" "It is bitter, bitter," he answered. "But I like it because it is bitter, because it is my heart." Number 4. Yes, I have 1,000 tongues, and 99 lie. Though I strive to use the one, it will make no melody at my will, but is dead in my mouth. Number 5. Once there came a man who said, "Range me, all men of the world, in rows." And instantly there was terrific clamor among the people against being ranged in rows. There was a loud quarrel worldwide. It endured for ages, and blood was shed by those who would not stand in rows and by those who pined to stand in rows. Eventually the man went to death weeping, and those who stayed in bloody scuffle knew not the great simplicity. Number 6. God fashioned the ship of the world carefully. For the infinite skill of an all-master, made he the hull and the sails, held he the rudder ready for adjustment. Erect stood he, scanning his work proudly. Then at fateful time a wrong called, and God turned heeding. Lo, the ship at this opportunity slipped slyly, making cunning noiseless travel down the ways, so that forever rudderless it went upon the seas, going ridiculously voyages, making quaint progress, turning as with serious purpose before stupid winds, and there were many in the sky who laughed at this thing. Number 7. Mystic shadow bending near me, who art thou? Whence come ye? And tell me, is it fair, or is the truth bitter as eaten fire? Tell me. Fear not that I should quaver, for I dare, then tell me. Number 8. I looked here, I looked there. Nowhere can I see my love, and this time she was in my heart. Truly then I have no complaint, for though she be fair and fairer, she is none so fair as she in my heart. Number 9. I stood upon a high place and saw below many devils running, leaping, and caressing in sin. One looked up, grinning, and said, "Comrade, brother." And number 10. Should the wide world roll away, leaving black terror, limitless night, nor God, nor man, nor place to stand would be to me essential. If thou and thy white arms were there, and the fall to doom a long way. Number 11. In a lonely place, I encountered a sage who sat all still. Regarding a newspaper, he accosted me. "Sir, what is this?" Then I saw that I was greater than this sage. I answered him at once. Old man, it is the wisdom of the age." The sage looked upon me with admiration. And number 12. And the sins of the fathers shall be visited upon the heads of the children, and even unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. Well then I hate thee, unrighteous picture, wicked image, I hate thee. So strike with thy vengeance the heads of those little men who come blindly. It will be a brave thing. Number 13. If there is a witness to my little life, to my tiny throes and struggles, he sees a fool, and it is not fine for gods to menace fools. 14. There was crimson clash of war. Lands turned black and bare. Women wept, babes ran, wondering. There came one who understood not these things. He said, "Why is this?" Whereupon a million strove to answer him. There was such Intricate clamor of tongues, that still the reason was not. Number 15. Tell brave deeds of war. Then they recounted tales. There were stern stands and bitter runs for glory. Ah, I think there were braver deeds.